Bernard J. Haseloh is synonymous with Canadian gyrocopter aviation. He developed a series of successful gyrocopter designs over his long career. Not only was he the first certified gyroplane pilot in Canada, he also trained hundreds of gyrocopter pilots from all over the Canadian prairies. His first attempt at powered flight came in 1943, when he hovered a counter-rotating helicopter at his shop in Ponoka, Alberta. Unfortunately, the Canadian government had no criteria for the certification of helicopters, and ordered him to dismantle it, citing safety concerns. Discouraged from helicopter designs but still interested in rotary-winged aircraft, he turned his attention to gyrocopters. Bernard J. Haseloh designed and built his first gyroplane starting in the early 1950s. He completed his first design around 1954 and began testing and refining it. By 1964, he had developed the prototype that would become the first designed, built, and registered gyrocopter in Canada. It had a single seat inside a fiberglass cockpit. The 7.3 meter diameter rotors lifted it into the air, powered by a modified Macallan 4318A 4-cylinder engine and pusher prop combination. The design, while not commercially available, was successful, and Bernard would invest thousands of hours into its testing. His gyrocopter stood out from the rest due to the fact that it did not include a horizontal control surface for adjusting pitch. His passion for gyrocopters led him to develop and implement many new designs and structural innovations. He concentrated his engineering talents on the development of optimized airfoils for the main rotor blades. His rotors were made from composites and aluminum and provided the Haseloh designs with an obvious edge in performance. He also focused on developing a mechanical system for adjusting the pitch without the use of a horizontal stabilizer, a feature that would distinguish his designs from all others. By the 1970s, Haseloh's designs had evolved a great deal, and he began working on a redesign that would incorporate all the innovations and refinements that he had been developing. In 1975, he introduced his new two-seat prototype. It was larger than the original model and incorporated an aerodynamic enclosed fiberglass cockpit. It had a length of 3.4 meters and a rotor diameter of 11.1 meters. It was powered by a modified Subaru 2.2-liter 4-cylinder engine, putting out 130 horsepower. Bernard Haseloh inspired his nephew Daniel Haseloh to learn to fly the design. Daniel then toured the home-built airshow scene and figured out that there was a market for a safe, reliable, and fun home-built light aircraft. He convinced his brother Peter Haseloh, who would later hold many of the patents related to the design, as well as sister Linda LaFleur and brother-in-law Donald LaFleur, to form the Rotary Air Force, Inc. Bernard Haseloh would act as a technical advisor to the company. Their first model was the RAF 1000. It's an enclosed cockpit single-seat version introduced in 1987. The kits were initially produced in Edmonton, Alberta, but production was later moved to Kindersley, Saskatchewan. Their second model, called the RAF 2000, was more successful. It has two tandem seats and a comfortable enclosed fiberglass and Lexan cockpit, complete with heat, upholstery, and optional digital displays. A 110 horsepower Hirth F32 stroke engine, or the alternative 4-cylinder Subaru engine, powers a pusher prop as well as a well-engineered main rotor pre-rotation system that lessens the takeoff distances. The large 9-meter diameter main rotor, which included an improved airfoil, is mounted on a robust mass framework thanks to Bernard Haseloh's careful research. It can also be stabilized to reduce pilot workload and allows for a maximum speed of 210 km per hour under perfect conditions. Cruising speed is lower but still respectable at 153 km per hour. 315 kilograms of cargo space capacity and a comfortable ride makes the 2000 a great cross-country performer. The RAF 2000 is an outstanding little gyrocopter, and hundreds of kits have been sold to pilots all over the world. The kits contained high-quality materials and CNC machine parts produced at the Kindersley plant. In 2007, legal issues with the company surrounding the death of an untrained pilot resulted in the company being sold to South African investors. Production of the kit in Kindersley was shut down and moved to a new facility in Uppington, North Cape, South Africa. Bernard Haseloh had a tremendous impact on the gyrocopter community in this country. He invested decades of his life and over 2,000 hours of flight time developing and refining his designs. Aircraft like the RAF 2000 have been built and enjoyed by hundreds of aviation enthusiasts from all over the world. Check out the Reynolds Alberta Museum in Wetaskiwin, Alberta to see 3 of Haseloh's prototypes. And don't forget to subscribe to Polyus Studios for more Canadian aerospace content.